Hello again, and welcome to another episode of Brenda's Musings. So today I want to talk to you about being more of yourself and being comfortable in your own skin. I think as we get older, we have more and more labels thrown upon us. You start off and you're somebody's child, and then you become somebody's friend, or maybe you're, a grandchild, or a cousin, or whatever. Some sort of family labels, and then you become somebody's friend, and then maybe you become somebody's best friend or their closest friend or their whatever, their boyfriend, their girlfriend. Then you get married, and then you become somebody's husband or wife. And then in the middle of all that, you've gone to school and you become somebody's pupil and all this kind of stuff. And then, you're in the workforce and you become somebody's, worker bee or, or you start your own business and you become somebody's boss. You go through all of these stages in your life where you just get another label thrown on you. And it's not like you get labels taken off. You just get more put onto you. And so what happens is oftentimes people lose sight of who they are as a person. They become, this person, they become this label, and everything that goes with it, the perfect mom or the perfect sister or the perfect, father or the perfect uncle or the whatever, the perfect worker bee. Everybody's trying to be like the perfect whatever. And even if you're not perfect, because that's not something I even strive for, but even if you're not perfect, you're trying to be more of that. And here's the problem with trying to be more of something. Sometimes you get it screwed up in your head and you think that in order for me to be more of me or more of that role, then that's going to take something away from somebody else. And somehow it gets all muddled in your head and you end up sort of saying, okay, in order for somebody else to be more of themselves, I need to become less of myself because I'm good. I can handle that. I know who I am. And then suddenly you lose sight of who you are because you are no longer you. You are being less than you. You are, if you're forthright and you're, you say it like it is, but you know that every time you say it like it is, it puts somebody else in an awkward position, then you don't tend to say it like it is because you think it's important for that person to feel better about themselves. I don't know, like just pulling that out of my head, but stuff like that. So you sort of get it muddled in your head. So then you become a watered down version of yourself, or you're a people pleaser and you want everybody to be happy. You just want them to be happy. And so you do this for this person, you do that for that person, you do whatever. And then you're like spent at the end of the day. You've got nothing left to give yourself. You can't pour into everybody else's cup if your cup is empty, but you don't recognize that. You don't realize that's what's going on at the time until it's too late and you crash and burn. So there's all these different things in life that just kind of take the energy out of us, right? And we become like a watered down version. I'm so sorry. Excuse me. Sorry. But we become a watered down version of ourselves. And we don't really live our life fully anymore. We go through the motions. It's not that we're unhappy necessarily. It's just we're going through the motions. And then one day you kind of realize that as these labels start to peel off of you, that you have lost sight of who it is that you were to start with. And I think this is what happens to a lot of people, especially when they get in their 40s, 50s, and 60s. Because the label of parent isn't as strong, or the label of child isn't as strong, or worker isn't as strong, or whatever. So here's the thing. All of this is to say, wherever you can, take time for yourself. Fill your own cup. Know what makes you happy. Know what makes you come alive. Know what makes you uniquely you. And if you don't know it, take the time to investigate. Take the time to test stuff out. Take the time for yourself, either way, to be more of you, to shine in this world. There is only one you. And you being more of you is not a threat to somebody who's being more of them. It's not a threat to somebody who's being less of them either. What it is it's shining a stronger light into this world. And that's my musing for the day. Have a great one, everyone.